Girly Pot. Welcome back, guys.
Happy Thursday. How are we? I hope we're all doing well. Emma, how are you feeling, babes?
Girl, this weekend I've been rotting.
She's been relaxing.
Yeah.
Rotting's a negative.
I would say mine and Lydia's levels of productivity have been like night and day. She's like whizzing around the flat and I'm literally going in and out of sleep on the sofa. I've just been really rotting.
No, I mean, you know what? I think the reason that I've been up today going da-da-da around the house is because Saturday I had a bad case of anxiety. The wine just hit me wrong on Friday night, I think.
Yeah.
So on Saturday, it was an odd day. Like it felt, you know, when this Saturday feels like a Sunday because we went out on a Friday evening.
Yeah. No, I get
So
that.
I just felt really off. And then this morning I was like, oh, I feel like I have a little bit of the case of the sad. So I was like, I need to like get up and get moving. And that's like my coping mechanism. But I don't want you to feel like I'm like fluffing around you because I know sometimes it can feel like that.
No.
Like I'm scuffing around the house doing jobs. Like I want you to be up and doing like it's just me coping, like leave me to it.
But naturally, if you're someone who's being lazy and you have someone around you who's being productive, it makes you look inwards. You're like, oh God, I should be doing that right now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I didn't watching you, I didn't let it make me like get up and be productive.
No, because it's not a point system. It's not a point system.
I knew I was going to have a surge of energy.
Yeah.
Later on.
And you
in the
got
day.
it.
I know. I've got my bedding in the drum, and it's fucking.
Oh shit.
It's actually 20 to 8 at night.
Have you span it?
Yeah, I've span it.
Okay.
I'm
Spun
either
it?
going to be
Spun.
spun. I'm either going to be sleeping on the sofa or getting in with you, Rumi. I just don't really know.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Emma's only got one bed set.
Yeah. Thanks for.
She lives
The
life
thing
on
is
the edge.
with me,
So when it's wet,
I'm someone who's shit at washing. I'm going to wash it, I'm going to dry it, and it's going right back on my bed again.
yeah, you don't need several.
No.
Like people have linen cupboards.
Yeah, and I don't have that kind of storage space. I've got
No.
too many shoes and
That's
fucking
true.
whatever.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I know that will sit in my washing basket.
Yeah. You know what? You just need one other
Yeah, okay.
that you can rotate.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Sleepover.
Yeah, sleepover.
The psychics. Bloody hell. That's
We
what
went
we're
out
doing.
on Friday night. Dress code was dressed to impress. We showed up, showed out. It was a good night.
Yeah, it was a quick turnaround, guys. It,
really
was
was.
stressful. We had to be at this place at 8. Thank God it was round the corner because we finished work at 6.
Yeah.
Tan on. I had a quarter zip zipped all the way up just in case anyone called me.
Yeah.
And you could see literally like a tan
fake tan
line
line is
like
crazy.
on my jaw. But it was a good night. We had
It
some
was a good
wine.
night. It was a good night. I spent my hangover and rotting watching Bridgerton, but Blue Story.
Yeah.
That's what I've been watching. I think it was originally on YouTube.
It was. So I'm surprised to see that they've moved it over
Yeah.
to Netflix.
Yeah. I think if you guys haven't watched Blue Story, definitely go watch it. If you're into TV shows that are about couples, but essentially couples go to therapy. Therapist is called Karen. And it's just different couples and you hear about like what they're going through. And it is very interesting and actually sparked quite a bit of inspiration for me in terms of topics of discussion for the podcast.
Yeah.
I actually was so outraged by some of the statements. I wrote them down while I was watching because Lydia was obviously going around
Shit, she's made notes.
cleaning. I've made notes because I've wanted to just share them really quick
Yeah.
because I was like, I need to talk about this.
I
with
was walking in and
someone.
out. Like
Yeah.
I was in and out. I was sitting with you for a little bit of it. So I feel like I'll be able to follow along because I feel like I saw a couple of the couples.
Yeah.
I'm excited to hear your observations.
Yeah, I mean, before I get into this, I was watching and I just thought, God, I kind of know what I'm going to get into with
Yeah.
this. Like, I just knew 9 out of 10, it was the man subjecting the woman to all this unrest, all this anxiety, all this
upset.
Yeah. I just felt, I sometimes I can't watch too much shit like that because it genuinely enrages me. That's why I can't watch Married at First Sight. Or
Yeah, you need
what's that
breaks.
other show?
It's not bingeable. Like,
No.
it's so triggering.
It really is.
Like, I used to be able to binge Married at First Sight. Now I need breaks, and I'm not
It's
even
too
watching it now.
much.
It's just too much.
It's too much. But here
get you.
I jotted down 3 quotes from the show because I was
Quotes?
like, this is crazy. So quote 1, I had a baby. No, you had a baby, I didn't.
Fucking hell.
Okay, this man, right? His wife, right? I don't even think they're married. Are they married? No, I think they're boyfriend girlfriend. Each their own. She just had his child, right? And the next day, he popped out of the hospital for 4 hours to get a tattoo done.
Oh my God.
Are you all right?
The next day.
The next day. And I'm sorry, child labour is not like a fucking dentist appointment. She didn't
Yeah.
get a tooth out. She popped out a child from her body.
Oh my God.
And I just feel like I see so many men, like husbands on TikTok, be with their wife through that, because anything could happen after that labor as well. Like, let's say you had postpartum depression.
Yeah.
Let's say you've had to have like an emergency C-section, whatever. Emotionally, it is very distressing.
Yeah, you're split in two.
You're literally split in two. So for him to say, you had a baby, I didn't, just shows to me that he doesn't feel as much responsibility as her. That woman, I'm telling you right now, she will be the primary caretaker of that child. He will just be an assistant.
And this is why it's a bigger deal for women to have children than men in the relationship, because you have that physical and like mental and emotional involvement in the bringing of the child onto the earth.
Yeah.
And that is just all reinforced by him saying, you had a baby,
Yeah.
I didn't.
I didn't.
It's like, because the baby comes from us physically, you know, even though it takes 2, there is automatically an increased responsibility on the woman in the
Yeah.
relationship. And he is just proven that thought to be right.
Yeah.
That woman should have been, you know how like you're not meant to eat like raw fish and stuff when you're pregnant.
Yeah.
And we see those partners like buy their wives like sushi boats.
Yeah.
And they're like sat there, they're laying in the hospital bed and they're eating their sushi and they're eating their steak and they're eating all the things that they couldn't eat whilst they were pregnant. It should be like a time where you're like, yeah, babe, you fucking did that.
Yeah.
And he sat in the chair getting a tattoo done.
Yeah, I don't care if she was asleep. He should have sat next to her and made
Yeah.
sure he was right. Because I'm telling you, any man who thinks that is the same man who thinks if their missus goes out, they are babysitting their child.
Yeah, and it's a big deal.
You're not you can't babysit your own kid. That is your child. You get a nanny to babysit your kid. That is
Yeah.
your child. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think that is my definition of hell.
Or it's like, you know, when the mum goes away for a week and they've got to like, oh, babe, I've put this in the fridge so you can feed the kids. Make sure
Yeah.
to do this, make sure to do that.
She's got 2 kids at
that's
home. not one.
weaponized incompetence, people. Weaponized
Yeah.
incompetence. What do you mean you can't leave the house for a week and your husband can't keep the house running?
Crazy.
It's like, you know, when mum gets the flu or she's gets a cold, it's like the man then appreciates how much you do in the house to keep it running.
Agreed.
And I feel like it should just be evenly split, guys. Like, you're a team. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Oh my
I definitely
God.
feel like culture had a big part to play in that outlook. In terms of, I think it's such a cultural thing, how much of the workload and responsibility falls on you as a woman. Anyway, another thing that this guy said was, my friends think you're crazy. Right. Now, oh God, it's a tale as old as time, isn't it?
So you used the word crazy.
Yeah, like crazy. The fact that, one, your friends can say that to you and you're gonna laugh and find it a joke, like, fine. What are you telling your friends for them to believe that about you as well? And also, I think sometimes these women are Well, I can't talk today. these women are driven to the point of insanity that they may do things that are a bit unrecognizable. Do you know what I mean? Like going through, this woman was going through her man's phone, and she was like, he bought her a necklace from duty free in the airport, and she was like, there's no chance. She had a gut feeling that he didn't buy it from the airport, so she went on the airport's website and looked at all the stores that are available in the airport, and the store that he bought this necklace from wasn't in the airport. It was from somewhere else. Don't know why he lied about it, but she just doesn't trust him. And she said, quote, she was like, not going through your man's phone is like walking around with a blindfold. So do you think she has trust issues, baby girl? Right?
Yeah, I have shit to say about this because I feel like in monogamous relationships, predominantly straight monogamous relationships, there's like this control and entitlement over your partner's privacy and your partner's items. For instance, being like, I should be able to go through your phone, or I need to know where you are all times of the day, or oh babe, can I go out?
Yeah.
Like it feels like a little bit of like a parent-child relationship, in the sense that you're asking permission from your partner if you can go out. I don't like that. I'll tell you. I'm gonna tell you and you tell me. Like, we're adults. And all this, I do think, and I think it can come from the woman's side as well as the man's side, of just this over protective control that comes with, because we're in a loving relationship, you now have the right to have control over every facet of my life because we're partners. I don't think that's normal. I think it's normalized. And what else is also normalized is predominantly men being like, oh, I'm scared of my missus, or oh, she won't let me out, guys. You know, it's like, you're not a child. So I think there's parts played on both sides there, men and women, that we think it's normal to just like have, like, I would never treat my friend like that.
No.
I'd never go through my friend's phone.
Yeah.
Odd.
Yeah, like having Find My iPhone or Live 360, like on your partner's phone. Or I've never gone through a boyfriend.
No, me
I've
neither.
never done that.
No.
And I think a lot of women would probably look at us like we're fucking silly, but I just won't tolerate untrustworthy men.
Yeah. Also, fuck around and find out.
Oh, 100%.
Fuck around and find out. Like, you might find something that you shouldn't have seen. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, don't go looking. Don't ask questions you don't want the answers to. And also, you shouldn't feel like you need to do that. Because if you do feel the need to do that, like going on the airport's website, and that's mad.
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
That's mad
wild.
on her side.
So the last quote that I wrote down is, be more submissive to me. Now, this guy was talking like he's head of the household, he's breadwinner, like they've got 2 kids, his wife like stays at home, looks after them, and
he's the only one that works.
Yeah.
Okay. Has she ever worked?
She had a really great career, right? And they agreed for the first 2 years of their child's life that she would stay at home to raise them.
Okay.
But since then, there's been a trajectory in his career, and they also had another child in that time.
Okay.
So she stayed at home longer.
Right.
But this guy is like going out with clients after work, and he doesn't feel like he needs to let his wife know when he's coming home. Sometimes, I don't know, he'll stay late at the office, or he'll go straight from the office out, like with clients and things, and she won't get a text. And it's very much that she's just very much doing parenthood alone, raising his kid. But he's like, I just need you to trust me. I need you to just be a bit more submissive to me and trust, like, I'm trying to retire in 8 years. But she's like, tomorrow's not promised. And I couldn't agree more.
Yeah, 8 years is a long ass time.
Right?
Also,
your kid's going to be 12 years old.
Yeah.
By the time, like...
Yeah.
And I think in those, like, early years as well, it's so important to be present in your child's life.
Yeah, God. And it's rubbing off on me now. In fact, she
Sorry.
can't talk. Dating men in certain jobs can be very challenging as well, like client entertaining. He probably works in like sales or recruitment or insurance.
He's got a recruiting company.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Client entertaining. Sometimes that's code for just getting drunk.
Yeah.
Sometimes you are client entertaining. But I do think that your career needs to fit what you want in your personal life as well. If your job is spilling over into your life after 6 p.m, I do think that your partner has a say in that. And also, especially if she is a career woman herself, don't you think she wants to go out for a glass of wine after 6 o'clock? Like, she spent all day at home probably cooking, cleaning. Like, she wants a break too.
He was saying that he went to Usher and went to Usher with his friends, and they got a box, and she was sat at home, and she was like, she felt like the pin really dropped
What?
for her, and it was like, why wasn't that something that we did together? And he very much like has a social life, and rarely, if ever, has said he'll stay home with the kids. But I feel like, where do you strike the balance with something like that? Because someone has to work, and who's going to look after the kids?
It's tricky because we're currently in an economy where a dual income household is necessary to keep a house afloat. If the one partner doesn't make a significant amount of money, you know, you usually need two people to be working. But the world of work and the way that we structure work, you know, working 9 till 6, you're working 8 hours a day, most jobs, 5 to even 6 days a week. Like, the matrix and the structure in which work operates today is still the same to the way that it was created, you know. And when industrialization came along, and, you know, we were trying to standardize work, and we were just trying to make things as efficient as possible. So it's like, okay, we're going to get people to work 8 till 6, 1 hour break. You need to be in the office, and it gives no room and no space for children and prioritizing family and being at home. So if you were lucky enough to be given the option to stay at home by your partner, it's also an issue because there's also a huge gap, and there's been a huge backlog of women who have gone unpaid for labour, like staying at home. Don't even get me started on the maternity laws in the UK about what pay looks like, because it's fucking awful. So it's like, she's not even getting paid for that time at home unless she's doing work on a laptop or whatever. Like, she doesn't really have a say because he's the breadwinner.
Yeah.
You know, and she doesn't get to be independent because she's the one looking after the kids.
Yeah, and I think it's probably all well and good when you're discussing it during pregnancy, it's exciting and your partner wants to provide for you. But I think those attitudes can shift once that becomes your reality and you do actually have the baby here. And I think it goes back to what we were chatting about in the last episode about power play financially and letting a man pay for you. He's not going to want to hear your shit about staying at home. He'll probably like think the world of you in the beginning, but eventually that man will be like, you can't say anything, I pay for everything, you never go without, and you're complaining about sitting at home. They never take into consideration the emotional taxation of something like that, you know. And you're very much on two sides of an argument. Well, I go home, I go out, I work for us, I work my arse off, why are you complaining? And then it's, well, I sacrificed my career, I put my life on pause to raise our kids. How do you win with something like that? So
I know someone personally, I won't name them, but they had a job that was very client focused, you know, working outside of hours, you know, working late. He's checking his phone at gone midnight because he's got emails through because he's trying to close deals, like deal focused roles, you know, commission focused roles. And it had an impact on his partner at the time. And she was like, this doesn't work for me. And he did have a career change, similar sort of role, but he wasn't doing any of the client entertaining after work because something had to give, You know, they couldn't start a family and do all of this stuff because he was killing himself at work, you know? So something has to give there. Otherwise, it's like you kind of have to, you either have to be okay with your situation or something has to change.
Yeah.
That particular person as well, when him and his partner had a baby, she was like, oh, I think I actually just want to stay at home. And he was like, no, you're not. He was like, I know what you're like. Like, you go back out there because you still need your thing. Like, you know, we'll manage this together. He's able to work at home. But she went back to work and she was like, actually, I need this. I need a bit of independence. I need a job, you know?
Yeah.
So I guess it's like, it's tricky, man. But the way that work is structured doesn't make it easy.
No.
Because it's like family, career. Can you have both? It's very fucking hard. I think you can, but you know.
But yeah, guys, definitely watch Blue Story if you're interested in it. I think it's a really good thing to watch with someone and just like discuss with like a girlfriend, get a bottle of wine, have a takeaway, watch it. It is quite, I don't want to say amusing, but some of the things you hear, if it obviously opposes your views and challenges your boundaries, it is like a bit enraging to watch. But definitely watch it. But how are you, Dean? I feel like we went on a bit of a tangent.
Girl, I'm all right.
Talk to me. Oh,
I'm all right. Go on.
I feel like we need to talk about Sarah J. Maas a bit.
We do. Do you want to go? Or should I go?
Was that in your catch-up notes?
It was, but
Go
it didn't
ahead.
make the short. It didn't make the short list. Just purely because. Okay. So if you know, Sarah J. Maas is mine and Emma's favourite author. I think it's all girls' favourite author if you're familiar with the ACOTAR series, so Court of Thorns and Roses. And they're basically just the most magic, fantastical romance fairy books ever. And Sarah was on Call Her Daddy with Alex Cooper this week, and she was talking all things ACOTAR. There was things about Throne of Glass, which is her other series. So Emma and I watched bits and bobs.
Yeah.
We watched bits and bobs because I'm midway through Throne of Glass. I've got 3 books left. Emma hasn't started it, but you've read all of ACOTAR. Mm-hmm. So there's spoilers about certain books, and there's no like flags for spoilers as you kind of watch it. So we watch bits and bobs, but the main thing is Sarah has announced 2 more ACOTAR books.
Oh my gosh.
One in October and one in January. If you haven't read the ACOTAR books, I highly recommend. If you're a romance reader, if you're someone who thinks reading is boring, this will change your opinion.
That was me.
Because they're so fun.
Yeah, no, they're
so fun.
And I think social media is everything right now. And if you work online, if you're on a laptop all the time, it's like a really nice way to just escape.
Yeah, it's escapism. Like I spoke to someone end of last year, and this person was like, they're just like, it's just romance, isn't it? And I'm like, it's escapism. You don't have to read to be like, you don't have to read a fucking science book. Do you know what I mean? Like, why can't reading be fun and relatable and steamy and, you know, things that we all have common interests in, which is beautiful men with wings.
But I think they teach you, as much as that is great, and that's why we read the books.
Yeah, it's a small portion of the book.
I think I have a real, I don't know if the word is beef, but beef with like these self-help books that are very like, discover the real you, like the say no law or whatever the fuck these books are called. I feel like you can learn so much from books that are purely through enjoyment, because there's so many complex characters and you analyze their behaviors and actions like in your head, and actually I think they're a really great way to learn from fictional characters' experiences and things like that.
Yeah, 100%. And Sarah explains in her interview with Alex about, you know, certain themes and storylines that she wrote about in ACOTAR are inspired by real life situations. If you read I can't remember what it's called at the end of the book, you know, it's like a dedication. Yeah, she does write about mental health and pregnancy and things like that, and that inspired certain storylines that she's given certain characters in the book. So highly recommend. If I can ask you a question, Emma,
Go ahead.
what do you think the next 2 books are gonna lean in terms of storyline?
Okay, I think there's a lot of things that were left unanswered,
Yeah.
but that was really exciting because
Spoiler.
although the books, although she hadn't confirmed there were more books, you just kind of knew from
Yeah.
where the story was left off. So I feel like towards the end of the book series, we obviously we start with Feyre and her romantic connections with Tamlin and then Rhysand, and then once the sisters kind of get introduced to being Fae and that life, we had a really big focus on Nesta.
We did.
And Cassian, which was great.
Yeah.
And I think naturally the story will lean towards Elaine.
Yes.
And
Lucian.
Yes. So I think
I
that
agree.
will be explored.
It will.
There's something that I saw a comment on TikTok about someone sensing some darkness from Elaine, because she is quite quiet, and I almost feel like no one can necessarily put themselves in her head. She's very unpredictable. I don't know if we know the extent of her power and her abilities.
No, because she could see in the future. She could understand where things were, like when they were hunting for certain things in earlier books.
Yeah.
I agree. We were given a snapshot into her power and what it could be and what it could lead to. But it was kind of reined in because she kind of, what's the word? She kind of went into herself and retracted, and then she kind of became like a side character again. She wasn't sort of the main focal point. But I think I want Lucian to have his happy ending because I always liked him.
Yeah, she's rejecting the bond, but then I also love Azriel.
There's going to be a triangle.
Yeah, there'll be a triangle
between them 3.
Absolutely. But do you know what one thing I've realised in the books is we explore everyone's trauma in depth and how they overcome it.
Yeah.
We've seen it with Feyre.
Yeah.
And her having to provide for her family and the trauma from being under the mountain.
Yes.
Yes. God, I haven't spoken about the books in ages, so I'm really having to and then with Nesta as well, her being forced into the cauldron and her becoming like a fae.
Yeah.
And she was really sort of 50-50 whether she was gonna really lean into evil or try and overcome it. We don't know what Elaine's trauma is, and she's being really quiet about it.
Yeah.
And I think that's scary. If anything, I feel like Nesta was almost quite vocal and angry and like outwardly frustrated and devastated actually by what happened to her. So I think that. I also think Morgan. Yeah. I think what happened with her, and I can't remember his name.
I've got the names here.
Eris. More and what really happened there. I feel like there's a little bit of exploration there.
Yeah.
But I haven't got any other. I really don't know where else the books could go, to be honest.
Will there be a redemption arc for Tamlin?
True.
Will there be something there for him? Even though, he kind of becomes the baddie in the book.
Yeah.
And I do sort of feel sorry for him. I don't want the Spring Court to suffer.
Yeah.
It feels like, I feel like Tamlin could get a redemption arc. Obviously, Feyre and Rhysand, Rhys, whatever you like to say.
Yeah.
They've obviously, spoiler alert, had a child. So I think you'll see their growth, like her maybe as a mother a little bit more. But I do think there will be, hopefully, maybe not in that first book, but maybe in the second book that comes out in the new year, they'll explore a little bit more about what happens to Moore, because there's a repetition about her being attacked and her being left, and Eris kind of being brought back into that conversation a little bit more. And I just think we haven't had the whole story.
No.
Like, we have not had the whole story there. So we will see. But
I hope we don't lose any characters. That's my only thing.
Sarah does like a happy ending in ACOTAR.
In ACOTAR. I don't know about any of the other books.
The other books are more ruthless.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So we'll see. Maybe Cassian and Nesta will have a kid.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Anyway.
I'm really excited to read
we
this,
will
though.
put like a timestamp. If you're not into the book and the lit stuff, we'll put a timestamp where you can skip along to. We'll also add spoilers in, because I know my girl Abby, she's just started reading the first book, so I think it might be spoiled for her. So we will give a fair warning.
Yeah.
Anyway, how am I? So,
Go.
I know why I felt ill last week. I know what made me ill.
Pregnant?
So, guys, no.
Absolutely not.
Guys, it's very... There's no activity at all.
Yeah, one has to perform the act in order to get
Anytime
pregnant.
a nurse asks me that, I'm like, no.
Yeah, could you be?
It's very quiet,
No.
guys. My life is not that eventful. Anyway, so you know how I was feeling? So if you listened to last week's episode, guys, I thought I was coming down with a cold. And then as soon as we stopped recording, I like felt faint, and I was like, I'm going to be sick. Like, I felt like I needed to sit down. I was just feeling very fatigued.
Wasn't good.
But I was like, this doesn't feel like a cold necessarily. So I know what it is. Basically, I started drinking those, I won't say the brand, the electrolytes in the cupboard, and they've got like zinc and multivitamins in them and stuff. I started drinking those earlier in the week, so we've got loads in the house.
Yeah.
And I was feeling like all healthy and shit, because obviously I've been going to the gym and like, you know, eating my whole foods and drinking my protein shakes. And I saw them in the cupboard and I was like, oh, I should drink those.
Yeah, why not?
And I was like, actually, one of my notes last week in the episode, I actually didn't mention it, was like, I like the taste of them, because I know they're like really salty.
Well, yeah, electrolytes are salt.
They're they're really salty and they have like a weird taste, but I really liked them. And so I was drinking them consistently, and I think the multivitamins and stuff in them made me feel a bit sick. Like, I think I overdosed on...
Oh.
Yeah, I was only doing 1 sachet a day. But remember when we all had COVID that Christmas, and Athena basically like overdosed on like zinc and vitamin whatever tablets.
Yeah.
And apparently you need to introduce them gradually, because sometimes you can be sensitive to them. It can make your stomach go. Anyway, I had one on the day that we were filming. Like, I had one, a big glass. Obviously just one.
Did you drink the whole thing?
Yeah. I drank the whole thing, and I was like, God, I feel ill.
You're shotting it?
No, I put it in the recommended amount of water, and then I felt ill after, and then I stopped drinking them just because I stopped drinking them, and I was like, oh my God, I feel fine.
Oh, maybe it was. Maybe it is too much.
So I think it was the electrolytes. They don't agree with me.
Herself.
I know, just when you think of being healthy, bloody hell.
Sometimes, your body needs to adjust.
Yeah, can we Google that really quickly? Like, what does that mean? Like, when you like take too many vitamins and it makes you feel...
Let's have a look.
Like, I felt lethargic. I had no energy. My limbs felt heavy. Like, I don't know what happened, but that was the only thing I changed. And when I stopped taking them, I felt fine. Odd, guys. Odd. Emma's going to do some research, but what else? Oh, I have a cutie little nail shop story. So,
did you take them on an empty stomach?
No, I don't think so.
What did you eat?
When was the first time? You know, I'm like, as soon as I'm up, I have something. I'd had something.
Yeah. Is there magnesium in them?
I think so.
That can cause nausea.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it was then.
Drinking them too quickly. How quickly?
Oh, I was back in it, mate. I was shotting it back.
Yeah. I think you definitely did that to yourself.
What
So,
is
yeah.
it called?
So electrolyte drinks or tablets, especially ones in high sodium, which is magnesium or potassium, can irritate your stomach if you haven't eaten, causing nausea, stomach cramps, feeling queasy. It can also cause diarrhea.
I didn't have that.
No, but you had a funny tummy when we
I
came in.
did.
Yeah. I didn't have that. You did,
Yeah,
though.
my tummy was
Because
gurgling.
we had to run home.
We did.
So
Shit.
you had nausea. So I think you did it to yourself.
Oh god. I think I'm just gonna stay away from them.
Yeah, no. Just, yeah. Maybe look at the... Maybe
I
do
think
half
I'm
a
done.
sachet next
I
time.
think I'm done.
Maybe
the trust
do it in
is
the
broken,
afternoon
mate.
and not in the morning as well.
Yeah.
Maybe you need a bit more food in your
Yeah,
tummy.
the trust
didn't
is
have that.
broken. The trust is broken. So yeah, I did. I have a cute little nail shop story.
Go on then.
So March nails, guys. I got black nails with like little white stars on them, inspired by Millie's nails on All Stars.
Oh,
She had these
slow.
black and white like star nails that I really liked, so they're inspired by them. Anyway, I went to the nail shop on Thursday. Walked in, not a lot of people, which is good. I was like, I'm gonna be in and out. Sat down. There was a gentleman sat next to me, similar age to us, and I was like, oh. I was like, you don't look like you're getting your nails done in here. You know, he could be, no judge. Anyway, I was like, I think he's waiting for someone.
Oh.
So it's my turn. I sit down. So funny. My nail tech goes to the same gym as me. So I saw him that morning at 7 a.m. I'm like, hey. And I saw his colleague in there as well who doesn't do my nails. They're like, I saw you this morning. I was like, I saw you too. He was like, say hello next time. I was like, all right. Saw them the next morning as well.
No,
They were like, hey. Anyway, I digress. So I sit next to this girl and it turns out that that's her boyfriend.
Right.
So I made the connection. And anyway, get my nails done, whatever. He comes over and he goes, babe, just so you know, I've got this. He was like, I don't want you paying for your nails. He was like, you okay? Do you want me to go to the shop, get you a drink or anything? She's like, no, I'm okay. He's like, right, I'm going to go pay them just so it's done. So then we can go as soon as you're finished. I was like, ow.
Wow.
This girl was having a design on every fucking nail as well. So I know that they weren't cheap.
No. 65
They weren't cheap.
quid at
Yeah.
least.
Like there was calligraphy going on
Yeah,
her
yeah,
nails.
nice.
Like flowers,
Ooh,
all
calligraphy.
sorts.
Like letters. Do they do letters?
No.
I saw this set and they've got like a...
Well, it just looked like art.
Nice.
And I was just like, oh, I was like, that's so nice. I was like, it's just the
Wow.
little things, guys.
What a dream.
It's just the little things. Like getting your nails paid for. I've never had that done. Like, incredible.
I've had a man offer to do it for me,
Oh, yeah.
but I had to reject it because this man was literally going to pay for a flight for me to go to fucking Australia. I had to tell Lydia, if this man messages you for my passport details, do not give it to him.
Mum was like, go!
I was like, I'm not going to Australia.
no, you don't you need a visa?
I don't know. I don't think
For a short
I
trip.
don't know, but quick backstory. I was seeing him. I liked him. It didn't work out, and then he came back, and I was like, "Nah, I don't want to do
A
that."
few years later.
Yeah, and he was like besotted, and
Well,
he was
you
like, "Let me
working-
pay for your hair." I was like, "My sister's just my hair." He was like, "Let me pay for your nails." I was like, "I can't take that off you."
Not if you don't like
No,
it.
I can't do that.
That's cruel.
Yeah, that was really
You
bad.
could have,
I
but
know,
no,
he's got
you
a girlfriend
can't.
now though.
Does he?
C'est la vie.
Bless him.
He was lovely.
So that was a really cute encounter.
Northerner.
I loved it. We love a northern.
I won't say more. Fuck me.
No.
Fuck, I really overshare on this podcast.
Yeah, well, that's what
sometimes.
it's called.
I know.
That's what it's called.
Yeah.
We'll just keep it in
But
the
no,
long
can't be
form.
taking that. Anyway,
Yeah.
should we is that the cutie little story?
Yeah, and the other thing is, I don't think I washed my hair well today, guys. I was drying it. I think I've left shampoo in it.
Oh no.
I was not about to rewash it, and that's so annoying.
Dry shampoo is the worst. It's the
I
worst.
wanted to wear it down tomorrow, but I don't know. We'll see.
Anyway,
That's me anyway.
for this episode, me and Lydia were having a bit of a debrief in the bedroom earlier when we were getting ready.
Yeah.
And we were having like a bit of a conversation, and sometimes when we get into a good flow state with our chats, we're like, oh no, like let's save it for the pod. And
Yeah.
I think for this episode we really just wanted to chat, and I think when I was talking to Lydia earlier, I was like, there's things that I can't overshare. But actually, after having the conversation, I was like, there's still things we want to chat about.
Yeah.
So what we've done is we've come up with 3 like sort of statements that align with what we were talking about earlier to just spark some conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah, just around these topics. So let's dive right in. The first one is being single is a choice. Now, I have a little note here that says that me and Lydia have both ended relationships with partners, I like obviously out of choice.
Yeah.
For our best interests.
Yeah. And those were both our most recent partners. Like, we both made the decision to leave those relationships.
Yeah.
Different timelines though. Wasn't at the same time. Like,
no.
Mine was a while ago.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't been in a relationship for we're doing the maths, like 5 years.
Yeah.
Shit. 6 years almost.
I've been single for almost a year.
So
now.
different timelines, different periods of our lives, different reasons, but sort of that courage to kind of walk away from something and feel like you are not aligned, not on the same page, feel like you might deserve better in some instances. So we're kind of talking from that perspective of like, we did choose to be single.
This is a choice, and as much as maybe we joke about the suffering of singlehood, we are girls who absolutely like the idea of love. I love the idea of love. I love the idea of finding my person. And I think I was chatting about this off the back of like the weekend, and naturally some conversations were had with different kinds of men. And, I definitely sensed a vibe with a few of them, and I just kind of was sat with Lydia and I was like, I just don't feel like there was a spark, and I don't really want to explore those relationships because I could just tell from like just a few conversations with them that they're not ticking all my boxes.
Yeah.
And I was like, I could go out tomorrow. I could text a few people in my phone right now and be in a relationship.
Yeah.
But it just wouldn't serve me.
It's not natural. Like, you kind of just want to fall into it. Like, I don't want to... This is why I'm kind of struggling with dating apps, because it feels a little bit forced. Like, even though, like, a dating app is meant to be like, okay, these are people who want to date all in one place, and it should be easier to kind of sift through the crowd. It's not. But it's kind of... It feels too forced. You kind of just want to find it. You want it to find you, don't you? Like, just sort of making a decision just to be in a relationship because you don't want to be single. It almost feels like, I think you and I have a lot of fear around making the wrong choice.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, especially like in adulthood right now, 24, like we're getting grown now.
Yeah.
We're getting on now.
Yeah.
So it can feel like that's a really big decision. But one thing I really battle with is like, I've had this like said to me a few times is like, the next one doesn't have to be your husband.
No.
As much as we say that, like the next one I want it to be my husband.
Yeah, we're like, listen, I'm doing it in one go.
We're doing it in one go. Nice and swift.
One
no
trip.
issues. But actually that's putting way too much pressure on the situation. And like, how are we going to know what we want in a partner? Because that's something else that we talk about. Like, we're not really sure.
Yeah.
How are we going to know if we don't date?
I was saying to Lydia earlier, I was like, my partner that I want is not in this lifetime. And by in this lifetime, I mean, I think in one life you lead a lot of lives.
Yeah.
Meaning that you can change so much as an individual just from like growing and experiencing new things, that you may like look back at yourself at a point in your life and you're like, God, that feels like a different lifetime.
Yeah.
So in this lifetime that I'm currently in, I'm like, I don't think he's here. I think he's in the next life. But even when I'm saying that, I really don't want this to come across like my life is very male centered, about like finding the one, because I also think that can be quite a damaging way to look at life and look at I don't know, looking like you did life right if you found the one, you know, because not everyone will find that person. Do you know what I mean?
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
When do you think it's hard? When do you think it's hard to truly believe that being single is a choice? Like, you chose this, bless you.
Sorry. It
She
might
sneezed.
happen again.
Bless her.
Bless. God bless.
She's blessed.
Sorry, what's the
And,
question?
when do you, I feel like I'm making this overly complicated.
Yeah.
When do you find it difficult to believe that you... When do you find it... When do you question that, shit, I chose singlehood? I'm not sure about this. I feel uncertain about my choice. When do you feel that uncertainty and lack of trust in that decision? Are there moments? Are there triggers?
When I'm around other people who have partners. Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
I agree.
it's something that, I mean, I got into my first relationship when I was 21. So I've always been the single friend in a group.
Yeah.
I've noticed it quite a bit at work because there's a lot of couples.
Yes.
A lot of couples.
What is it
at
in 9
work.
to 5s?
I don't know.
Office jobs. Everyone's got a mortgage and a bloody boyfriend.
Everyone's getting married, having kids, or buying houses with their
Or
partners.
they're engaged.
And I often get given that question like, what's wrong with you? Why aren't you in a relationship yet?
Yeah.
You know? And it's like, it's a choice, first of all. Like, I'd feel like I haven't found that person.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's like, okay, am I less of a woman because I'm not in a relationship? Do you know what I mean? It's like, Emma, can you just let a few things slide and just get in a relationship with a man? Or, I don't know. What about you?
If I'm being completely honest, just to touch on that about not being taken as seriously or being sort of treated like, oh, your life ain't that serious. Yeah. Like, you don't have real commitments or problems because you haven't got kids or you haven't got a mortgage and a partner. If I'm being really real, I feel like my connection with certain members of senior leadership would be better if I had a partner.
Please go into that.
Because it's like common questions that are asked from colleagues to other colleagues are about their partners and their kids.
Right.
And I can't
get in on that
add on those conversations. Because I think when you're in your 20s, you're often the youngest person in the room, often. So you can't add into those conversations. But even the girls that are my age in my work, one of them has a husband.
Yeah.
One of them's engaged. Like, you feel like you can't add to those conversations because it makes you feel like you're not as grown. And sometimes I'm like, oh, if I'd had a partner, would I be taken more seriously?
Yeah, because sometimes I hear people go, oh yeah, like, we're buying a house, or like, I'm like, God, that's so grown. Like, that feels, it makes me feel like I'm still in a place of like childhood.
Yeah.
But I saw this video like a few weeks back, and this woman gets asked like, why are you single? And she goes, I'm overqualified. And for me, that made me, I was like, well, that's actually very true. Because me and Lydia I was saying to Lydia earlier, I was like, as you get older in life, you naturally become more qualified. You unlock different parts of your character, career, whatever, you achieve certain aspirations, whatever. And within that, dating changes, dating shifts. So let's say you start dating in school, right? You're on the same level. All you need to do is like the guy. That's it, right?
Yeah.
And as soon as you leave school, other things get thrown into the midst.
You're in a bubble.
Right? Do they live at home? Do you have a job? Do you make more money? Like, those are the things. And then as you get older, right, you're also like maybe competing with, I think you're competing with younger women, I feel. So I feel like the men who are my age right now, I think they're more inclined to date maybe younger people, younger girls, because I feel like as you get older as a woman, the men are dating younger.
See, I don't know if Emma and I were talking about this earlier. I don't like the word competing.
Okay, maybe competing's the wrong word.
I don't think we are competing for men. And if you are, you shouldn't be.
Yeah.
To be honest. And I think if the the 25-year-old man that you're entertaining starts dating a 19-year-old, you don't want him anyway because he's a man-child.
True.
And he's dating younger because he knows women his own age don't take him seriously enough. So his rundown car is going to impress an 18-year-old because I was that girl in school. Oh, he's got a car. He's older than me.
Yeah.
That should not have happened. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why they date younger.
Yeah.
So I don't think it is I do think women have evolved past marriage and relationships being a necessity. As much as politics is trying to push policies and stuff onto us now, like people who have kids will be taxed less. That whole sort of discourse that's been going on at the minute.
Fucking hell.
That's crazy. That's crazy. All this conversation around women having babies and certain podcasts going, well, should we manage, men passing on their genes and all that crap?
Jesus Christ.
I do think, like you said, women have evolved past relationships being a necessity because, at one point women didn't have bank accounts and you needed a husband.
I think my point is this being overqualified.
Yeah.
This sounds really arrogant, but I do feel that. And I do feel like as I am getting older, I'm seeing how these men are frozen in time.
Yeah.
And they're still the same. On Friday night, right? Okay. I was chatting to a friend, just enjoying myself. It was a Friday, so I was knackered from work. I'm like, can we sit down? I like to sit down, all right? I was in a dress in fucking heels. I was like, it's late. I just want to sit down.
Yeah.
Having a drink. Athena hoots and hollers me over. And I see she's with two strange men. Right, so I'm like, 1 second, whatever, I get up, walk away. Right, I walk up to Athena, and she's like, he's beautiful. You two would look great together. I was like, hi, nice to meet you. This poor man is being fucking shackled here. He doesn't want to be here, right? Do you know what I mean? Anyway, I was like, whatever. Anyway, I'm like walking next to him, and I thought, do you know what? I was like, let's cut to the fucking chase, right? I went, do you like me? He was like, yeah, I think you're really beautiful. I was like, I'm a relationship girl. Are you a relationship guy? And he went, not looking for anything serious right now. And I went, good chat. And I got up. I walked away.
Did he say anything to you after that?
No, I don't know. I looked away, got up. What was went and danced?
You have a nice night.
I went, you have a nice night. This whole, I'm not serious. I don't want to be in a relationship. I see it time and time again.
We get too emotionally involved, so it's a protection tactic.
Yeah.
Can I ask, was this man actually cute?
Who's beautiful?
Was he? What did I see?
But
him
I was
that
prettier.
night? Always. Come on.
Go on.
What did I see? Was I there, or did I leave at that point?
You left at that point.
Did I see this man at all over the evening?
No, but I didn't clock him in the room. He clocked me.
He wasn't the one that I pointed out to you earlier that was still with that girl.
No.
No.
He was with his friend. There was two of them.
Oh.
Anyway, I went, good chat. I got up. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to try and condition you into being in a relationship with me. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, especially if that's what you're looking for. You're not looking for a bit of fun like that, are you? No.
Anyway, should we do the next prompt?
Yeah, moving swiftly on. We might have to be a bit more swift with these ones.
Yeah, okay.
I'm looking at the time. Poor guys.
Oh my gosh. It's okay to miss your ex.
It's okay, gals. We all do it. It's okay. You whack a bit of Mario on. Gotta change my answer. Oh wait, that's Neo. Sorry. Mario is yeah. Sorry, Neo. We love you. Girl, let me love you.
Yeah, I love missing. Call me Mr. Been There, Done That.
When all over the world.
Yeah.
With a little bit of everyone. Why can't a guy dance me into, why can't he yearn and dance like Neo?
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway. Okay.
It's okay.
I'm a strong believer in not going back if you had valid reason to leave in the first place.
Oh, I've just remembered something. Keep going.
Do you want to talk about it now?
No.
My opinion on that is it's really easy to look back at the good times and forget the bad times.
Oh.
And if you haven't found greener grass, looking back at the old grass and thinking you won't find much greener.
Yeah.
You had it green.
Yeah. That was
right?
it.
That was it.
Shit.
Don't think like that.
Reverse.
Don't think like that. I think it's being understood in the wrong way. You don't miss your ex. You miss being being with a partner.
Yeah.
You miss all the good things, right?
Yeah.
But if the bad outweighed the good, you don't miss your ex.
You broke up with them for a reason.
Agreed.
You did. And this is coming from someone who, admittedly, I feel like I broke up with my ex too quickly.
Yeah.
I feel like I rushed into that decision.
Woo! We're really oversharing today, guys.
It happens a while ago.
It's the brand. Go ahead.
It's the brand. I feel like I rushed into that decision. The elements were there that, like, I think it would have broken down at one point, but I think I jumped the gun too quickly. But you and I have had that conversation where I've gone, shit, I felt like I jumped the gun. And, like, he was my boyfriend at uni, and all my girls are still with their boyfriends from uni. So I was like, shit, one of them's even married her man from uni.
Yeah. Crazy.
Props to the happy couple, Joanna and Matt.
Woo woo.
But we love you guys.
Woo
Woo, woo, woo. You did it. I was like, shit, was I meant to stay with that guy? Like, it's normal to meet a guy at uni and buy a house and get married. Like,
yeah.
Most of my girls at uni are still with their boyfriends from uni. So I'm like, shit, did I fuck up here? So, like, it's easy and it's okay to miss them, because, like, you had good times, and I do think sometimes relationships are about experiences. Like, you had a couple nice holidays, you got some nice bags, you know, you went on some nice dinners, you know, you connected, whatever, and then sometimes you just have to move on, and that's just it, and you'll find the next one, and, like, it's a story to tell your grandkids when you're in your rocking chair, like, oh, I used to date this, da-da-da. So it's okay to miss them, you know, otherwise it wouldn't have been genuine, you know, like, there was feelings there. But if I'm to coin a term that Emma and I used last night, you're better than bagged meat. You know?
All right,
you're better than bagged meat.
You're better than bagged meat. We have to explain what that means, right?
Yeah.
So, basically, well, no. Last night we made a little feast. We had duck pancakes and some ribs Saturday night.
Yeah.
Wedges on the side, coleslaw.
It's great.
Beautiful. But obviously, those meats come in bags.
Like, you know, the pulled pork comes in a bag.
Which is just disgusting. Like, honestly, I was like, Lydia, I can't look at it.
Doesn't look like the box.
The way it's in the bag, that duck looks like it's been in a cube and they stuck a bone in it to make it look real.
It was like, it's a bit grey.
It's gelatinous. I don't like it.
Emma went, what did you say? I don't know about bagged meat. Bagged meat? Yeah.
Everything comes in a bag in this country. Lettuce, pulled pork, bagged meat. I was like, God. I was like, that sounds something like... That sounds like slang or saying.
I was like, don't reheat old meat. Yeah. Like, you're better than bagged meat.
You're better than bagged meat.
What was another way? And it's so versatile, girls. Yeah. What else did we say? Like, she deserves bagged meat.
Yeah. Like, she deserves, like, a fucking dickhead. Or like, you're better than bagged meat. Like, you're better than that. You deserve a Wagyu steak fresh from the butcher's, not a bag of meat.
How else did we see?
Oh, God. Fuck, I don't know. You said it in a really good line.
You're better than bagged meat. Oh. Sometimes men just want bagged meat.
Oh, yeah! Sometimes men just want bagged meat. Like, they just want something convenient.
They just want a Mackey's.
Yeah, they just want something convenient.
Yeah.
And they'll regret it later.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, yeah. Sometimes men just
what
want...
else?
Yeah. I think that's it. But yeah, maybe we'll
you heard it here first, guys.
Yeah. But going back to the...
Yeah. It's alright to miss your bagged meat.
It's alright to miss your bagged meat. Your ex. It's alright. It's okay.
He's like, bagged meat, mate.
I think we should just leave it with that one. Just finish talking on that one.
Yeah.
But like, it's alright to miss your ex.
Yeah.
Everyone's been there. But I very much believe if you close one door, try keep it closed.
Because otherwise you're blocking blessings, my gals.
Because I think also, like, not to talk about it too much, because I'm really not too sure who's listening. Something popped up last night and I feel like someone's watching this I did not think was watching, right?
Hello.
Hey. Shout out.
Yeah, we don't know who's listening or watching.
But I think you would be doing the person who took you... If you... Breaking up with someone takes a lot of courage.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like it's spoken about enough. I would rather that person, in that moment when I had to do that, I would rather that person had cheated on me. They were a dickhead.
Yeah.
Like, I went, why wasn't he a rat bag?
Yeah.
You know, that was really hard. And it's something you can suffer with in silence for a really long time.
Yeah.
And I feel like everyone speaks about being broken up with, but no one speaks about having to break up with someone.
Oh my God,
everyone who I
guts.
told that I like made this decision that I was gonna do it, was like, Emma, I don't envy you.
Yeah, you
Because
don't
it's
want to
so
be the dumper.
hard.
But then
You wanna be the
what's
dumpy.
better? Yeah, what's better though?
I don't
Being
know.
dumped or dumping someone? I actually don't know.
Because I think also, I don't know, because then I'm also like, I don't know.
Mate, being dumped, that does suck.
That sucks.
That does suck.
Like, I don't even know. Yeah, it's crazy. And like,
it is.
I don't know. Yeah, it's a wrap to Mission X, and maybe we should
It
just leave
is.
it at that.
It is. And help us find other ways to put bagged meat in a sentence.
Yeah, put it in a sentence if you get what we mean.
Oh, what am I? Bagged meat?
Yeah! What am I? Bagged meat!
Yeah. He's treating me like bagged meat. Yeah. Come up with some other ones, guys.
I feel like that should be the name of the episode.
Yeah, that's the name of the episode.
Bagged meat.
On that
Episode
note.
17. Jesus
I
Christ.
think we should leave
Something
that
I
there.
feel like I really want to talk about in the next episode, let's put it here just as like a note,
Side note.
is body image
Yes, that's the
as a
we want to talk
woman.
about. Yeah.
Something I really want to talk about. I had a really big, like, I was in such a deep thought after a
Yeah,
night out.
you
And I
were.
think Lydia was like, are you all right? And I
Yeah.
feel like a lot of things sort of came to the surface that I forgot I felt like that.
Yeah.
And I definitely want to talk about that more. Something else. There was something else as well. It was body image, but then also
And just like physical appearance.
yeah,
I think.
yeah. Maybe that's it. But I feel like that's
Yeah,
a
I
whole
think we need
episode.
to do that,
So maybe that'll be
definitely.
next week.
Yeah, maybe that'll be
Um,
next week.
but-
But I feel like it was a good chat.
Yeah. We post an episode every Thursday, Queens.
We do.
Make sure to subscribe on YouTube if you haven't already. If you're listening, you should watch as well. Don't forget
should.
to follow us on our socials too. We're on TikTok and we're on Instagram, right?
We are.
And I guess there's nothing else left to say than thank you for oversharing, Lydia.
Thank you for oversharing, babes.
And we'll see you guys in the next one.
We moved
Love you very
on
much.
from
Love you very
the-
much. Bye.
'Cause I
Goodbye.
can't see